I'm going to show you what is JIRA automation, how to use it, and some other tips that can be used in JIRA. JIRA is project management tool that facilitates issue tracking, project planning, and collaborating among teams, but some processes in JIRA are done manually by team members, and we're going to improve some of them. So JIRA automation is feature within Atlassian's JIRA software that allows users to automate repetitive tasks and streamline workflows without the need for manual intervention. Um, Using automation in JIRA has many benefits. It makes work more efficient by doing things automatically. So there are few mistakes and work gets done faster. Plus, it helps team handle more work without slowing down or making things worse. Key components of JIRA automation. In JIRA automation, rules are like instructions that tell the system what to do based on certain conditions you set. Each rule has three parts: triggers, conditions, and actions. Triggers start the rule. They watch for events in JIRA, like when the new issue is created or a field is changed. Triggers can also be set to run at specific time. It related to scheduled automations. We will talk about that later. Here's the list of all triggers in JIRA. So there are a lot of issue triggers, DevOps triggers, also this one scheduled, related to release, also manual triggers, and other. Conditions help narrow down when the rule should run. For example, you can make the rule only apply to high priority issues. Also, we can set from which account action will be done. For example, you can select like scope, it's a global scope, or just for a single project. But global scope like available only for full access, like admins with full access. And the last component, it's actions. Actions are what the rule does. They automate tasks like editing issues, sending notifications, or creating subtasks and else. And in JIRA, there are a few types, each with its own purpose. Rule-based automation does tasks when certain conditions are met. Scheduled automation does tasks at specific times. And smart automation uses smart technology to do task intelligence. So this is like an example of creating scheduled automation. How to use it? Successful use of JIRA automation involves following some important steps. First, it's crucial to plan your automation strategy carefully by identifying specific tasks you want to automate. It's also important to involve people from different parts of your organization to get their input and make sure your automation fits with your overall goals. You can discuss it with your team, for example, which automation can improve your work. And also, if you need some global automation, you need to ask your project manager or team lead to create such automation, because usually there are no access to do that for all users. Okay. Yeah, and in JIRA, oh, wait. once you plan it, your automation, you can start implementing it. For example, you can use automation rules to change issues automatically based on certain conditions. This could mean assigning issues to different team members, updating their status, or sending notifications. You can also use automation to handle repetitive tasks like creating reports. By automating this task, you can save time and focus on more important work. Finally, you can integrate JIRA with other tools and platforms to make your automation even more powerful. For example, you could connect JIRA to your version control system to automatically update issues when code changes are made, or integrate it with your messaging platform like Slack, for example, to get notifications about new tasks. By following these steps, you can make the most of JIRA automation and improve teams' productivity. Yeah, and here's like placing JIRA automation. It's like related to global automations, and also this one related to project automation. So need to go to project settings and click to automation. Okay, and let's move on to like more real cases. I will read a few examples and also show a few of them of how they are configured. So updating issue statuses based on branch status, for example. So it means that if pull request merged or deployed your change, you can update status of the issue. Or, for example, you have Epic, and inside the Epic there are a few tasks, and if all the tasks are done, automation can move like Epic to done, or vice versa. For example, if Epic move it to done, all subtasks can be moved to done if it if it's necessary. Or, for example, some tickets stayed in some status for a long time and need to update that issue or escalate it. So we can check status. We can use JQL for conditions, check statuses, and, for example, check how many days that ticket stayed in that status, and then we can, for example, move to escalated, add some comment automatically. So yeah, so it also can be automated. Next one is reassign issue. For example, we can set some custom field, like on my project we have department custom field, which can be automatically filled in depending on assignee, or just created a new issue and need to assign someone by default, so it can be also automated, or depending on status. For example, if ticket moved back to do from need info, then need to automatically assign back to that person, to dev. Okay, next one, it's filling in custom fields. So JIRA automation can fill any fields. Also can be added some custom fields. They can be used for some metrics, for example, or or if need more info about the issue, and that filled in by users, JIRA automation also can update such fields. Yeah, this one, it's example with comments. Also, a really good one, it's manual triggers. You can prepare some actions which can be done only by 2 clicks. So when you prepare some manual triggers, then you will see in after click on actions near the status, you will see the list of manual triggers, and it's a really good case. For example, you can create like issue templates and then trigger them automatically or manually. Here's like example. So for example, QA creating a lot of issues with same description, some parts of description, and instead of filling in that actual result, expected result, these words manually, they can be filled automatically. For example, if it will be automatically, that need to create something like that. So issue created, if description is empty, so just can be created empty issue. And for example, we can check what issue type. For different types, we can set different like templates, and then fill in some template for the issue. And also we can use it like for manual triggers. Okay, yeah, and here's like an example of such creating ticket. So I just created empty ticket and this description filled in automatically. Okay, and a few more cases. This one, it's department filling in automatically depending on assignee. So if assignee is, for example, Mikhailo, and department is empty, then need to fill in department. Or we can also use else if or else here, so it also can be used. Okay, these two cases related to when, like triggered when pull request merged, for example, or deployed change. So we can also do some stuff after this trigger. Okay, next one. We can also create some bunch of subtasks for new epic. So just, for example, we have a lot of epics with same bunch of subtasks. So we can just create this automation, and subtask will be created automatically when we just created epic. And also JIRA automation can send some notifications. So if, for example, in my team, we like in support, let it be, can be used notifications if there are really urgent tasks, let it be. So can be used some notification. Yeah, JIRA also have some default notifications, but not basing on some triggers. Okay, next one. And conclusion. In the future, teams can expect to make their work easier, get projects done faster, and be more successful by using automation. With new technology, teams can make their processes smoother, do less manual work, and save time on routine tasks. This helps teams focus on important work and get better results. To sum up, JIRA automation is a big help for managing projects. It makes work faster, more reliable, and easier to handle. Also, don't forget to check like many apps available for JIRA, because some tips, like some automations, probably you even don't need to use some automation, and you just need to find some app which will provide you all necessary data. In JIRA store, there are more than 5,000 apps. Yeah, so also need to use apps in JIRA. Yeah, and some of them even free. I recently used one of them to check how long issues stay in specific statuses. So this one, and you can also use some personal dashboards, custom fields in JIRA to organize your work, make reports, or keep your team updated. And remember that there are also many tips, shortcuts, and other tricks in JIRA. So it's need to investigate JIRA and find other tips what can improve work. Yeah, this one it's also example with personal dashboard. I also included it here, and that's all. Thank you for your attention. Please feel free to ask your questions.
Can you display how that information about time in status can look like in a report or in a JIRA GQL table? So you have just additional field and information with time, or what? Can you show this feature, please?
Okay, let me back to that screenshot. You mean that, for example,
how to measure time is status? Because, for example, I want to understand how much time ticket was in, for example, blocked or in code review, and to measure average, for example.
Okay, wait. We're talking about automation or just
about
time?
Widget. About widget, not about automation. Just about widget.
Oh, okay. Okay, 1 sec. Yeah. So yeah, I installed. I added a link. I suppose I added the link to that. Yeah, I added link here in refs to that app. So it just getting all tickets for some specific JQL and filling it all statuses where it was.
So it adding specific columns only for current report, and these columns are the statuses you have in your workflow, and this widget gives you time in minutes for each statuses for each ticket. So to add it into some bigger report, you have to build 2 reports and measure the data. Okay.
Yeah. Here I like prepared few for like what I uses. So it's like filter and just statuses and time.
Okay.
Time for that ticket.
Thank you a lot. You helped me.
Yeah, and this one it's absolutely free. So I was like, I did not expect it that such app is free.
Me too. So we maybe a year ago or 1.5, I decided not to spend time for investigating for this and leave this idea alone. But now you help me.
Yeah, for example, for I exported this to Google Sheets, and this format it's not fit for that. So, but it's easily to change this format, so you can choose what format you need here.
Great. Thank you.
Yura.
Yeah, hi guys. I have one question about integration JIRA and GitHub. Can you like describe the process how JIRA work with GitHub? What I mean, for example, like when we create a branch, name of JIRA task, JIRA automatically set these commits in JIRA task. Can you explain this process? How it's work?
Commits.
How JIRA get commits from GitHub, like some hooks or what?
Yeah, they have like native trigger for that. So if you will create new rule, there are native trigger for like, for example, for changing statuses of branch or like this one. But there are also webhooks trigger what also can be used, but it's not like a native. Need to prepare a webhook on GitHub site in this case.
Okay. On GitHub site, we added like JIRA hooks and JIRA connected to GitHub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you selecting webhooks in triggers, and it like you need to fill in them. Yeah, or just use that native trigger.